Hello everyone. Let me see, let me switch to my... Hello everyone, good to see you. I apologize for being a few minutes late. I had a little technical hitch. I did an update on my software yesterday, and then when I went to try to go live just now, it wouldn't link to my Facebook account, so I had to see if I could fix that. So welcome, let me know who's here, how you're doing. And I apologize for not being live on camera, my face live on camera today. I planned to do that, but thought I had plenty of time to get myself organized, and then everything seemed to take longer than I thought. Hello, Nidra, how are you? Yeah, everything seemed to take me longer than I planned today. So anyway, but good to see you. I'll just wait a second, see if anyone else hops on. Oh, Nidra says, I love this bundle. Yes. Well, I will, as I'm already a little bit late, I will just go ahead and get started, I think. Welcome, everyone. So good to see you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching live, and if you're watching the replay, thank you too for watching. So today, yes, I'm going to be making a card with the Simply Zinnia bundle. It's similar to one that we made in our team meeting the other night, but I've just kind of stepped it up a little bit. So I will show you that in just a second. And this is an online exclusive. This suite is only available online, but it's super popular already. And the designer series paper is just so bright and cheery. I really love it. So that's what we're going to be doing. But before we get into that, I thought I would just talk about a couple of other things. As I'm sure you all know, unless you've been living, if you follow anybody else on Facebook that's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that a bunch of us just got back from an amazing time in Houston, Texas, for our annual conference. It's called On Stage. So I thought I would share a little bit about that. I'm not going to take too long because I'm sure you've seen all kinds of other people posting. But I thought I would show you a few of the things that we received and that we did. So of course, the first thing we got the brand new annual catalog. And this is really different, isn't it? Some people love it. Some people are not too sure. I think it's really cool. Look at this kind of fancy around the edge. They're really focusing on gatherings. So many people are thinking that everything is going to be going online and demonstrators are going to be going away and won't be doing gatherings anymore, but that's just not the case. And so they really focus on that throughout the catalog, which I think is really great, because that's what makes Stampin' Up! Unique, is the way we gather with people to share our crafting experiences, and through that we form a lot of great friendships, and it's just really we have an awesome time. So that's our new catalog. I can't show you inside yet, but that's exciting. They'll be coming down the road. And let's see, I'm standing up here because I've got so many different piles of things. So when you go to a conference like this, you always got lots of swag, and I'm sure you've seen pictures of the amazing backpack that we got. So I'm not going to show you that because it's kind of too big to fit in the camera, and I'll post pictures. But we got this really lovely backpack that's got all kinds of neat features. It's got like a cable so you can plug it into your laptop, and then without even taking it out of the backpack, and it's got lots of pockets, and anyway, lots of great details. We also got this inside, which is, it kind of reminds me of like a cosmetic bag or something with a logo on the top, but it's actually to hold all your goodies. So I'll show you a couple of things we got. We got a pack of pens, lovely pens. Now I think these are supposed to be the in colors, but they are a bit brighter and bolder than our new in colors actually are. We got a lovely journal, which I haven't used yet actually. I took another one with me to use. What I find happens is if I start using the one that they always give us some kind of notebook to use, and if I start using that, I end up filling the first few pages and then the rest is empty. And so what I try to do is fill one notebook with different you know, I have different notebooks that I keep for different things, and I try to fill them up, and then, so I'm kind of saving this one. I'll decide what I'm going to use this one for. We got some cool pins. Love this one, really nice and big. And then let's see what else. We also all got our name tag and ribbons, and I got to cross stage and be recognized for earning the incentive trip, which was which was great, very exciting. And thank you all if you supported me in that effort, if you ordered from me, or if you're on my team, you all helped me get there. So, and then I got to stand up and be recognized for my efforts in leadership and sales and team building. So, and then all these little things meant different. You could scan here to get the agenda. This was what prize patrol number you were going to get. This is what kind of lunch. And this was for another kind of workshop that we attended. So this is what country. So, and then the inside of this, you can see, oh, I've got one more thing to show you. The inside of this is really nice, dividers that you can move around. And the backpack is really unique because it's got a pocket in the bottom that opens in the side. So you can actually put this in sideways, and then the zippered pouch that opens in the backpack is the same size. And so you can put this in sideways and open it up and have all your crafting supplies there. There's places here to put your pens and all that kind of stuff. You don't even have to take this out of your backpack. So somebody came up with some really great ideas. And then the last thing was this little pouch that I got. This was just for leaders. And everyone was like, what is it? What is it? How does it work? So it's called a telescopic something or other. I forget what now. But you can put all your, so you could put your bone folder, you take your pick tool, some pair of glasses, some some other pens, whatever else you wanted. And you can store them like this if you're traveling. And then when you get to your destination, you're ready to craft, you just put this all the way down, slide it down all the way, and it'll just sit on your desk like that, with all your things in. Isn't that cool? And then when you're ready to go, you just pop it up and do up the zipper. So I'm excited to use this. If you're going to somebody's class, or you're going to, if I'm going out of town and I'm taking my paper pumpkin with me or something to use, I can just put a few extra goodies in here and extra tools and take that with me. So those are some things. And then we also got, they also had an area called the product playground. And this was kind of an area where you could play. So try out new products, see and touch and feel new products. So they had the new in colors, and here they are. This is what these will be coming up in the new catalog. And so they're Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty and Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. And these are the ink pads. I forgot to do this last one. And then these are the markers. And so we got to make these little swatches, which was really nice. And then we got a color wheel. They were giving away lots of freebies, so I'm not showing you everything, just showing you a couple. So there's actually a color wheel in the new catalog, and we'll be getting into this more, talking about it more down the road. But I'm really excited to have this because it's going to be really helpful when you choose, when you're choosing colors, when you're designing a card and choosing colors. I think this will be really helpful. So, like for example, it's got complementary here and complementary here, and that means you pick colors that are opposite sides of the color wheel. Here you've got triadic. So in these three windows, you can pick three different colors that are different thirds of the color wheel, and they will go together. So, and then this will really help me order because I store my cardstock and my ink pads in kind of color family order, not Stampin' Up's color family, but color wheel order. So this will really help me keep all my colors in order. It doesn't have the neutrals on here. I was noticing it doesn't have the browns. So, but I guess they're not usually on a color wheel, are they? Anyway, so that was that. And then we got some other free products. We all got a brand new kit. This is an April kit that will be coming out. So coming out next month. So we got a preview of this. I'll show you what the cards look like. This is a non-stamping kit. So if I can show you without too much glare. So, and they've got these cute little, these remind me of, I don't know if any of you remember this, but I remember at Christmas, we had Christmas ornaments like this that were shaped like bells and round ornaments, and you had to kind of unfold them and see if I can show you one. Oh, come on. So this one I think is supposed to be a strawberry. You has got the stem on the top, but so this one goes on the front of the card. So we were all wondering how we would mail it, but you might want to just stick one side on and have like a little piece of tear and tape or something, and you would say tear off, and they could do that themselves. But so yeah, so that's there's the strawberry one right there. The other two are inside the card, so they would be easy. They would be flat. So that's a fun kit that's coming up, and it's called Hooray for Honeycomb. And then we got some stamp sets, and let's see, everybody got one of these leaf collection. These are all in the new catalogue. This is a background step. And then this was a bundle I got for an extra class that I took, Spotlight on Nature, and the matching dies. And these were also for that extra class. I got a package of the new in color cardstock, and I got some twine, and I got some brand new embellishments that go with the in colors. They're called 2024 to 2026 in color shimmer gems. So there's probably another color, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another color hidden under there. So I got those. And then I got this paper. There were like 6 different prize patrols, so 6 different papers given out. And this has, I'm not going to take it all the way out, but I'll just show you a little bit. This has some pop-out wreaths, kind of like ephemera almost. I can show you all these different things that will pop out. There's wreaths, 2 different sheets. So here there's different, these are going to be really fun to work with. Look at all these. So these will be great for making cards. So that's the paper that I got. No, I'm not going to be able to get it in. Whoop. Oops, there's pieces falling out, look. And then lastly, I would just show you a couple of little gifts that I got. So I didn't make any swaps this time. I was just so busy right beforehand, getting out team make and takes and making gifts for my team. 6 of my team went with me, which was great. There's supposed to be 7. One of my team had to cancel at the last minute, unfortunately. But so this was cute. This just a demonstrator that I was chatting with in the elevator, and she just gave me this. But look how cute, the cutest cows, and then a pen, a cow pen. And then this little Cowtails candy, strawberry smoothly flavored. So I'll have to try that. And then somebody else gave me some chocolates. A demonstrator friend of mine that lives in Southern California, and she's another leader, and I see her at the leaders' conferences. I've got to know her quite well. She gave me these. I think these are chocolate-covered raisins, and there's a gold coin, and I'm not sure what these are. Maybe malt balls or coffee or something. And then one of my team made these little Post-it note purses for us, which are really cute. So she just decorated, and then it's a pack of Post-it notes inside. I've not seen this size before. I wonder if she cut it down. But that's really cute with my initial on. And then what I made for my team, and this isn't exactly the same. This was my prototype, but I gave all the others away. But I made everyone, they were actually white. I made everyone a little zippered pouch like this with their name on, and they each got a custom bone folder. Let's see, where's mine? I think I left mine in my little pouch, but my husband got an engraving machine, so they got custom bone folders with their names on and then groovy stampers. And my downline, her team, they're the Inky Fingers stamping, so they got this on their bone folder. And they got goodies inside. They got Post-its and lip balm and cough drops and what else? Chocolate and dimensionals and kind of things like that. So that was from my team. And I think that's about it. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. And the next year is in North Carolina. So we're already talking about that and very excited to start getting ready for that. I'm brainstorming with my team on, fundraising ideas so that as many of us can go as possible. So anyway, let's do some stamping. So my team meeting was the day after I got back, Monday night. And so we made cards using the Zinnia suite. So I had them all prepped before I left and got them all mailed, and then we all sat and made them after the meeting on Monday. So this is one of them, and this is a fun fold. It opens like this and then opens like this. And this is another one. And one of the pieces of Designer Series paper, I'll show it to you in a second. It has, it's designed basically so you can just cut it down to make card fronts with it. And that does all the work for you. So just added a couple of little details. So that was one. And then this one, which is a pocket card, and it's got a little pack of zinnias inside it. This was where the price was on here, printed on here. So I made a little tab just to cover that over, and that way nobody saw the price with the recipient. And then this was the last one. This is a fun fold. It's kind of a variation on a bookbinding fold, but it's a little bit different. So it opens like this. And this one I didn't finish the inside, but I'll show you the one that we're going to make. So when I design my cards for projects for my team meetings, I know that not everybody necessarily has the Zinnia bundle or plans to buy it. So every month I do this. I try to make cards where if they don't have the bundle that I'm using, they can substitute something else. And I focus a lot on the Designer Series paper and the dies. So there's often not that much stamping involved in the cards. They can add more if they want, obviously. So you can see here I used Designer Series paper, and on this one there was just a little bit of stamping, but they could have substituted their own. If they didn't have the stamp set, they could have substituted their own. And the same with this one, there's just a little bit of stamping. And then the same with this one, and this is all dies. Some dies from the suite and a couple of other dies that I used from other bundles. But what I thought I would do is, this one I was inspired by a card that is actually on the Stampin' Up website. If you do a search for simply zinnias and you pull up the stamp set, one of the samples that they have is similar to this, but it's kind of stepped up. So what I thought I would do was I would make that one today. So let me show you my sample. And I've got a lot of the stuff prepared ahead. So this is the same fun fold, but I did some more stamping. I stamped this flower, and I did more fussy cutting, which I didn't want to take the time to do all that, obviously, for everyone on my team. So, and then I did a little bit of stamping on the inside. So it's the same card fold, but I just stepped it up a little bit. So let me show you how I made that. I'm going to leave this one sitting out up here because I'm going to basically arrange the flowers exactly the same. So again, this is kind of like a bookbinding fold, but it's got one extra score line in it. And, let me show you the Zinnia paper really quickly. I've put piled stuff on top of it now, but, and the stamps and the dies again. Oops, I just dumped a bunch on the floor. So this is the paper. So this is the sheet that I cut all the flowers from. And then let me show you that other one if I have. And this is the one, that's the full sheet that you can just cut in half, you could get 6 card fronts from this. You can cut across here and then at 6 inches, and then you can cut 4, 8, and then 12, and then you'll have 6 card fronts. And then there's more kind of solid designs on the back that contrast. There's another one with flowers, there's the dots, and we've got some smaller flowers, and then there's the green stripes. That one has this one on the back. Yeah, so really bright and cheery paper. And again, here's the stamp set. So you've got 2 main flowers and then some extra leaves, and some nice sentiments. And then the dies are here. And you can make, like on this one, you can make some, they've got some standalone dies which you can cut out and make flowers too without doing any stamping. So that's what we did on there. So let's get going on this one. And I've got a lot of the work already done. So so you're going to have a 11 by 4 1/4, and I'll put all this, when I go back and make the edits, I'll add all these dimensions. And then you're going to score at, let's see, you'll score at 2 1/8, and then 4 1/4, and then 5 1/2. Those are your 3 score lines. And then you'll fold it in half, just like a normal card base, and then you'll fold back on that first one, and then back again on the second. And you want to burnish these. Let's see, where's my bone folder? Put it in my little pouch. Oh, where did I just put that? Oh, here it is. Use my new one. You want to burnish these really well so that they, so the card will fold somewhat flat. And I like to kind of do it both ways. And then this one. That way it'll stay nice and flat when it's, it's closed. So then we're going to fold them back again like that. Okay. Do that one a little bit more. Oh no, I just hear my Roomba is going to start off. Hopefully it's not going to come into the dining room below me. I had it running earlier. Our dog is shedding like crazy, so I had it running earlier, and I thought I had pushed the right button so that it wouldn't start again, but it has. So I apologize if you can hear that whirring in the background. All right, so I've got some pieces of designer series paper. They're both 4 inches tall. This is 1 inch, and this is 1 1/2. Yes. So the 1 inch piece is going to go. 1 inch bunch. These pieces going to go on that skinny area. And actually I should have done the stamping first, but we'll do that in just a minute. You'll see kind of how this is going to work. And then this piece is going to go on here, and I'm just going to kind of make sure that I leave an even gap around the top, bottom, and then that right side. And then I'll add the white piece once I've done the stamping on that. Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add I've got a piece of cardstock that is embossed. And it's really pretty both sides. So the embossing folder, oh my gosh, here comes the Roomba into the dining room. So here is the Zinnia. You can see it maybe better on here. The embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder, and it really is pretty both sides. You can see this is one side, and then this is the other side. You can see this. So they're both really pretty. I'm going to do it with this side up, I think. So I'm going to attach this to another piece of, and this is real red that I'm using. And like I say, I was inspired by a picture in the catalogue. You can go look at it, or not in the catalogue, online, because this is an online only exclusive. And I kind of like the monochromatic look of the card base, but then the pops of color on the front. So I'm not going to attach that quite yet. I'll do that at the same time as the white. Okay, so let's do some stamping. So I've got a little strip here for the sentiment, and I made two just in case I messed up. And then I've got a piece for the flower, and then this is my inside piece. So let me grab a piece of paper because I'm going to go off the edge on one of the pieces. All right, so I'm going to stamp the zinnias in Memento Black. So let's do the inside piece. So this is the big flower, so I'm just going to do a little bit kind of down the bottom left. So I will ink this up, and I really only need to ink the flowers. I don't need to ink the whole stamp, so I'm just going to do the... So I'm just going to do a little down the bottom. Can you hear my Roomba going? Let's see, let's just do it like this. That's nice. And then I can move this away. And I wonder if I should, is it too noisy? I wonder if I should run down and put it back on its home. Hopefully it'll go back into the kitchen. All right, this is the single flower, the large one. So I'm using Memento again. Stamp that. So pretty, look at that. It's got like little stars in the middle. And then the only other thing I need to do is the sentiment. And for that one, I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss. I've got a little piece of Petal Pink. Let me zoom in here. If I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. And see, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and like I said, I've got a couple of pieces in case I mess up because it's a little piece. So this is 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to use the thank you so much. See if I can get right above it, and I'm going to move this down a little bit so I can get above it and hopefully get it straight. Okay, that will work. I'm happy with that. So put away my other ink. Now I need to die cut this little flower. So let me grab my baby boss. And we can put these little pieces over here so they don't get lost. And let's see my dies. I put those over there. So I'm going to use this die right here, this solid flower. Oh my gosh, my Roomba is really loud. I think I'm going to run down really, really quick and stop it and send it back home. So hold on just a second. Don't go anywhere. All right, I've sent it home. I've sent Roomba. I've sent it packing. I'm in an open, my craft room is in an open loft area, and it was right, I'm right above the dining room, and it was right, and the entryway, and it was right above me, right below me. All right, I'm just figuring out, let's see, I think if you look at this die, if I can get it. Yeah. If you look at this die, if you look at the image, where the littler petals are, you can see there's kind of a more wiggly line to the die. See, there's more wiggles. And then this is the bigger wiggles. So where the bigger petals are, you can kind of line up. Or get you started anyway. And I think I'll grab a piece of washi tape just to hold it in place. If your washi's a bit sticky, kind of tap it off on your pants or your piece of clothing to start first. So we'll just do this. And then run this through. And that should be good. There's our flower. I'll put this away. Okay, so that's all the stamping. Don't need that little piece. So let's put the rest together here. Okay, so this piece is going to go, oh, right, so I need to attach this, the binding part down. So you're going to put adhesive on that first, between those first two score lines. If you wanted to add some ribbon here, you could wrap ribbon around here and then tie it on this side. But I'm not going to do that for today. So that's your bookbinding fold. And then this piece is going to go in here, and I'm going to butt it right up against that designer series paper. So this is just going to go in just like this, and then it should leave pretty much an even border. Right, now I like to put here, this is the panel where all our flowers are going to go. I like to put this panel on first because then if I've got flowers hanging over the edges, you know, I can see that where it's okay to have them hanging. You don't want any hanging up top and bottom, but it's okay to have them hanging on the left and the right. Now you can center this, you can position this where you like. You can have it more to the left. You just want to make sure that the white isn't going to show. You can have it more to the left, you could have it, or you could have it centered. This one I did pretty much centered, so maybe I'll do this one a little bit more over to the left. So you want to put adhesive on this piece here, not on this piece. So we're just going to put some like that. And then what I like to do is you can either start at the top or the bottom, and you're just going to line it up, figure out where you'd like it positioned. Actually, I find it easier to do the bottom first, I think. And decide, you know, if you want it centered or off center. I'm going to off center it a little bit this time. And I'm just lining this up with the top and bottom of the card base. And then when you press down, you should be lined up with the top part too. Okay, so that's your fold. Now let's start adding all our pieces. So I've already cut, you'll be happy to know, I've already cut lots of my, so here's my original one, and I'm basically going to do the same as that, so I don't take too long fiddling around. So I'm basically going to copy that. So I've got this purple flower down here. That's going to go, I think what I'm going to do, I think this should be all right. I'm going to grab some temporary adhesive and stick that down a little bit. So I've just got some of this Tombow temporary, and that way will help it'll lie flat. There we go. That'll be a bit helpful. And then I can just rub that off. You can also use a glue dot and then just peel that off. They're quite easy to peel off. So here, that one's going to go there, and then I've got this one. This is not quite the same as the one I used, but it's pretty similar. And I'm going to put that kind of like right over like this. And then this one bring down maybe. So you can just arrange them however you'd like. Use whichever cutout ones you'd like. So I'm arranging them all first, and then I'll show you my little trick, which I'm sure many of you have seen. So then we can add this one. And then I've got some of the stems cut out from Lemon Lime Twist and Old Olive, which are the two greens that are in the Designer Series paper. So I can put one of these like this with a little flower like that. And then I can do an Old Olive one. Come here, under here. So you can just kind of play around and get the layout that you like. Like I say, just to save time, I thought it'd be easy if I just copy the one I've already done, so I'm not kind of fiddling around. There's two different shaped flowers, slightly different. There's that one, and then there's this one. They're very, very slightly different. I don't know if you can see that. So that can go under here. And again, it's okay to have stuff overlapping to the left or right. You just don't want anything coming off over the top, otherwise you won't get it in your envelope. So that looks good. And then we can maybe put, see if I can get this. I want a bit more over there. That's better. You like that. And then we can just put another flower. I'll find one more under here like that. And then this will go onto here like this, something like that. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. What do you think? I think that's fine. So now, at this point, there's a couple of things you could do. You could take a picture with your phone and before you disassemble it, and then stick everything back. But my phone is up here recording, so I obviously can't do that. So I'm going to use a piece of press and seal. Oops, let's just get this right. Kind of messed it up a bit. I'm going to use a piece of press and seal. I'll show you what I mean. In fact, I'm not going to worry about those pieces. I'll stick those on later. And I'm not going to worry about these flowers. I'm going to stick those on. I'll show you what I mean. But these pieces here, I'm going to take a press, and my adhesive is not sticking down. There we go. I'm going to take a piece of press and seal. And if you press your fingers together on it, one side, it sticks to one side and it doesn't on the other. So this, you're going to face the sticky side down, and really carefully, you're going to put this down and press really, really well. Have you seen this technique before? I'm sure some of you have. Many card makers use it. So then when you've pressed all around really well, you're going to peel this off. And there we've got everything. Now I'm going to stick the flower. So I'm going to first of all put my flowers on. So which one did I have at the top? And I had the pumpkin pie one up here. So I'm going to use I've got a little bottle with a fine tip with just green glue, Tombow glue in it. So I'm going to, everyone's very quiet that's watching. I'm going to just put a tiny bit of glue on here, and a tiny bit on here, and attach those flowers. So this is the pumpkin pie. And I could have done this ahead of time before I started arranging. I could have assembled a couple of these, so it doesn't really matter which order you do in. Nedra says she's never seen this before. Ah, see, it's a new little tip. Now, I don't know if other types of saran wrap work. I don't think they do. I think it's just press and seal. Now I got to be thinking when I'm gluing that these two tips of these two kind of hung over the edge, so I'm not going to put too much glue there. And I also want to pop this white one up. Let's see, I'm only going to glue right now these two and the sprigs and this one, and you'll see why. So I'm going to use my regular glue and put glue on. So which was the one that was going to hang? Yeah, that's the one that's going to hang over the edge. So this one I think is okay to glue all over. And then I'm going to put some glue here. Now, you don't want to put too much glue on these because there are little cuts in the die cuts and the glue might kind of seep through. And this glue is very strong, so you just need little dabs. But I'm not putting glue on this one or this one, and you'll see why. So now, we're going to turn this back over. And it is a little bit tricky because it's a bit hard to see the edges of the where the embossing part ends. But I'm going to arrange this onto here, like that. I think I'm a bit too far over. Oh no, I think I'm good. Just like that. And then we'll press really well. And remember, I don't have glue on this one or this one. Just the big flowers and then the little sprigs. So once I'm happy with how that's stuck down, then I can peel this up. Oops, that one's not stuck yet. And I can peel this up. And I want to keep these. It's a little bit tricky. All right, so now that's stuck down. Now I can put my, and you could do this bit separately last and not even kind of worry about the saran wrap at this point, but I wanted to show you kind of the whole process. So now I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And we can put, oh, I need to take the backs off, don't I? Silly me. Then you can turn this over again and we can just arrange these how we like them. So that looks pretty good. And there we go. Isn't that cool? So yeah, I hope you'll give that technique a try if you haven't. Now, this part I thought would be easy to add. I didn't want to risk it being crooked if I did it with the saran wrap. So this will be easy just to do on its own. So I'm actually just going to put some adhesive on here and attach this. Now this glimmer paper is part of the suite. So it comes in 3 colors. Let me show you. You get Old Olive, Berry Burst, and then there's the white, which I had on this card right here. You can see that. So it's really pretty and it coordinates beautifully. So now the other thing is that the big thing that's going on right now is the retirement list has just been announced. I'm going to stick this on just flat. So a lot of the popular things in the catalog, annual catalog and the mini catalog and the annual catalog will both be ending at the same time. I didn't put glue all the way to this end because it's going to hang off just a little bit. So then I can just position this kind of where I like it. I have it a little bit lower so a little bit of that center of the flower shows. But anyway, wherever you like. I maybe need a little dimensional under there. I wonder if I can just put one under without messing up. Oops. There we go. Yes, so what I was going to mention is there's a the in color ribbon. I still have it out. Let's see here. I don't know what I did with it, but there's an in color ribbon, the Parakeet Party, that is almost the same color. Let's see, I have it here. I thought I did. I think oh, here it is. So this Parakeet Party is one of the in colors that's retiring. And this ribbon almost perfectly matches this glimmer paper. So this would work really well on if you have the Zinnia bundle, this would work really, really well on your Zinnia cards. And this is retiring. So, and all the, so there's in colors that are retiring and lots of designer series and papers and things. So April 9th is when you'll be able to get discounts on some of those. But if there's something that you've had on your list for a while and you haven't purchased, I wouldn't, if you think it's a popular item, I wouldn't wait too long because it might sell out before we get to April 9th. So anyway, that's the card. So all that's left to do is add a couple of little embellishments. And unfortunately, the embellishments that are part of the suite, which are these, they're really beautiful, adhesive back shiny sequins. These are actually out of stock right now until sometime in April, I forget when. And they are designed to go with the suite. But there is, if you don't have those, an alternative, which I think go pretty well, are these iridescent adhesive backed dots. And you can see they are very similar colors. So there's not really a blue, although these kind of look purpley blue when you move them, and I think they will look fine. But there's the red, and this pinky color is definitely in the, not sure which one it is, but would definitely work. And this one and the green, I put the green on mine. So these work really well, and they are available, I'm pretty sure. Iridescent adhesive back discs. So I put those on there. I'll maybe just put, well, I'll put some of these on here too. Let's see. Let me grab my take your pick. And I don't know if the other colors will show up that much. Let's see how these ones look. Oh, actually, these look purple when you put them on. So I think these work perfectly. Look at that. They match that flower down there pretty well, I think. So let's put another one down here. Yeah, those go really well, I think. So yeah, definitely an option. Okay, so that's today's card. I hope you like it and that you'll give it a try. Even if you don't have the zinnias, you could do something similar like this with another floral set that you have. And you could stamp these if you don't have paper that you can cut out. And then let me just bring back in the other ones. And how's this one? And two more. And that was my simple version. And then this one. So, yeah, so this is an online exclusive. Like I said, you can go to the online store and you can just type in the search bar Zinnia and all the products in the suite will come up, or you can go to the menu on the left and go on to shop. And my March host code is at the top there. If you spend $50, I will send you a free gift, a free package of embellishments. And if your order is $150, you will get Stampin' rewards. And I will also send you a thank you gift too. So anyway, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you like the Sweet Zinnia collection and that you'll consider purchasing it. And I will be back next week with, and hopefully I've ordered some new products from the new catalogue. When on stage we were able to place a pre-order, one of the perks of going. So I should have my shipment by then, and I will be able to give you maybe a sneak of some brand new products. Anyway, have a great day and a great rest of the week, and I will see you soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.